Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Now today we are previewing the Stanley Cup Final 2023 and what a final it's going to be. As you can see right here, it will be Vegas Golden Knights, the winners of the Western Conference, against the Florida Panthers, the winners of the Eastern Conference. I have even a Vegas Golden Knights shirt ready, and yeah, it's gonna be absolutely crazy Stanley Cup final. Of course, neither of these teams have won a Stanley Cup before, so we will have a new Stanley Cup champion. Vegas Golden Knights, of course, they have been all the way to the Stanley Cup final in their inaugural season back in 2017-2018, when they lost against Washington Capitals, and even the Panthers, they have been once at the Stanley Cup Finals, but they lost back in 1996 in the final against Colorado Avalanche. So either Vegas Golden Knights or Florida Panthers will win their first Stanley Cup in their franchise history. So even this adds, a little bit of a spicy. It's even more spicier, I would say, when you have this on the line, that it will be a first Stanley Cup either for Vegas or for Florida. But guys, I don't think anybody would have believed you 50, 60 years ago when you would tell some Canadian hockey fan that we will have a Stanley Cup final in 2023 between Las Vegas and Florida Panthers. It's just absolutely crazy. Of course, Florida Panthers, they are the southernmost team in the NHL, and Las Vegas Golden Knights were, well, they are basically stuck in the middle of the desert. So it's gonna be absolutely epic final. When we look at this season and the results of both of the teams, Vegas Golden Knights, of course, they finished fourth best team in the NHL with 111 points, whereas Florida, on the other hand, of course, that's the Cinderella story of this year so far. Florida was able to register only 92 points this season in the regular season, 92 points in 82 games. They finished 18th overall, but of course Calgary Flames and Nashville Predators that finished over Florida Panthers. They are in the Western Conference, so a little bit of luck for Florida Panthers to get into the Stanley Cup playoffs, but once they got in, they were pretty much unstoppable. Of course, very important first round against Boston Bruins. Florida Panthers winning that one 4-3 in an epic 7-game series. Then Florida dismantling Toronto Maple Leafs 4-1, and also sweep against Carolina in the conference finals. So kudos to Florida Panthers, kudos to Paul Maurice and all of the Florida Panthers team. They have been absolutely lethal in these playoffs. And in terms of Vegas Golden Knights, well, they lost their first game of these playoffs against Winnipeg Jets, but since then they have been really, really solid. 4-1 win against Winnipeg. In the first round, they then knocked out Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, the Edmonton Oilers, in 6 games, and in the conference finals, they were able to defeat Dallas Stars again in 6 games. And yeah, these two teams, Florida Panthers and Vegas Golden Knights, they have played against each other 2 times this season. First match was played in January, Vegas Golden Knights winning that one on home soil 4-2, and then Florida Panthers winning at home as well in March 2-1. So based on these results, you can really say that it will be very important for both of these teams, for Vegas Golden Knights but also for Florida Panthers, to win on their home ice. The home ice advantage should be very important for Vegas Golden Knights, but also for Florida Panthers. So yeah, that's the first very big, I would say, point that we should make here, that the home ice advantage should play a very big role in this series, especially that these teams don't play against each other so much because they are from different conference, so you have only 2 games between them, so that should make the final that more interesting. And right now, guys, I think it's time to look at the rosters of both of the teams, and let's look at the best key players for both sides. And let's start with Florida Panthers. We must talk about Matthew Tkachuk Obviously, the American superstar Matthew Tkachuk registered 109 points in the regular season. It has been a great regular season for Matthew Tkachuk since coming to Florida from Calgary in that trade before this season started. And in the playoffs so far, Matthew Tkachuk has been very close to unstoppable. 21 points, 9 goals, many of those goals of obviously very important series clinchers, and so on and so on. He has been the true leader on and off the ice of the Florida Panthers. And, you think Matthew Tkachuk should be the key player and will be the key player for Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup Final as well. When we look at other players apart from Matthew Tkachuk, who's probably right now the biggest frontrunner for Conn Smythe Trophy, then we have Carter Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe is a player that you really should look at and really should notice because he has been having some amazing postseason. He has registered 15 points, 6 goals. He has been the dark horse for Florida Panthers, and he might score some very important goals in this final against Vegas Golden Knights as well. So if I had to name some dark horse for these Stanley Cup Finals on the Florida side, I would definitely keep an eye on Carter Verhaeghe. And then obviously you have guys like Alexander Barkov with 14 points so far these playoffs, and you have two Sams, Sam Bennett and Sam Reinhart, both of them registering so far 11 points. When you look at defense, obviously Florida has some good defense core, especially Brandon Montour, Aaron Ekblad, and you should mention also Radko Gudas, the big body there. Gudas is very important for Florida at the defensive part of the game. And well, at the net, it's obviously Sergei Bobrovsky, one of the front runners for Conn Smythe Trophy as well. Bobrovsky so far these playoffs with 2.21 goals against average, and his save percentage is at 93.5, especially in that series against Carolina. Bobrovsky was at times absolutely invincible. So let's see how he will play in the Stanley Cup Final. This is in terms of Florida Panthers. I think really Matthew Tkachuk, obviously he should be the leader. Carter Verhaeghe, he might be a dark horse. He has been having some amazing playoffs. And then at the net, it will be all about Sergei Bobrovsky and if he can keep his momentum coming into the Stanley Cup Finals. Let's look at Vegas Golden Knights right now. So you have Jack Eichel. On the other hand, on the other side of the ice, obviously Eichel, one of the main candidates for Conn Smythe Trophy as well. 18 points so far these playoffs, but he has been plus 10 in the plus-minus category. That also shows you how well Jack Eichel has been playing this postseason. When you look at the other players, it's Jonathan Marchessault. He has been having some good run against Dallas Stars as well. 17 points for Marchessault so far. Mark Stone, obviously the captain of the Vegas Golden Knights. He has been amazing as well. William Karlsson with 14 points and Riley Smith with 11 points. But I really want to emphasize especially one player from Vegas Golden Knights that has been having some amazing playoffs and that really has stepped up his game recently, and that's Ivan Barbashev. I think he has been really a good addition to the Las Vegas Golden Knights team. Barbashev so far this postseason with 15 points already. He has been plus 5. So Ivan Barbashev, I think, could be the dark horse for Vegas Golden Knights. You really should keep an eye on him. Barbashev, 15 points, plus 5. When you look at defense, you have obviously a lot of great defenders there. Alex Pietrangelo, Shea Theodore, Zach Whitecloud, or Alec Martinez. The Vegas Golden Knights has a really good defense core as well. So yeah, they will have a lot of work to stop Matthew Tkachuk and the Florida Panthers offensive team. And when we look at Adin Hill, well, he has been absolutely special as well. What a story it has been, a Cinderella story for Adin Hill. 2.07 goals against average, and the save percentage 93.7. He has been absolutely amazing, invincible. What a playoffs for Adin Hill. And I also want to get back to Jack Eichel. This is his first postseason in the NHL. Obviously, he has been playing for Buffalo Sabres, and they don't really get into the playoffs that much in the recent years, as we all know. So this is the first postseason for Jack Eichel, and what a postseason it has been. He has made it with his team all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals, and he has been amazing, as I have said. 18 points plus 10. These are amazing statistics for Jack Eichel. Let's look at special teams as well, shall we? So the power play. Vegas Golden Knights, they are struggling on special teams. They are really struggling. Their special teams are awful, I would say. Power play, Vegas only 18.5%. That's really, really bad. But the penalty kill for the Golden Knights is even worse. 63% on the penalty kill. That's really no good for the Golden Knights. Florida Panthers. Florida has a pretty solid power play, almost 28%. That's pretty solid. And the penalty kill, well, it's like shaky from Florida as well, 71.2%, but still it's better than the penalty kill of Vegas Golden Knights. So the Golden Knights are really struggling on the special teams, whereas Florida has a pretty solid power play. The penalty kill is mediocre in terms of Florida Panthers, but yeah, guys, I think it's going to be absolutely crazy and really enjoyable. A Stanley Cup Final to watch. It's going to be two teams with not so much history in the NHL, although we know that Florida Panthers have been around since the 90s. But these are not the traditional teams from the original six or some traditional Canadian teams. But I think that should make it all that more fun. And obviously in Vegas, they know how to party, how to make the Stanley Cup Finals enjoyable. In Florida, we could say the same thing about the Panthers as well. And one guy's interesting fact I want to mention before I make my prediction: Florida Panthers. Back in the season 1993-1994, they registered the most points in the regular season by expansion team, and this record was beaten only by Las Vegas Golden Knights back in 2017-2018. So also this interesting fact that is actually connecting Florida Panthers and Vegas Golden Knights. So hey guys, when I look at this matchup and I should make a prediction, it's very tough to make a prediction here, obviously, but I'm probably a little bit more leaning towards this team right here, towards Vegas Golden Knights. I think it will be very tough. I think it will be absolutely important for Vegas to win the opening two games. If they will be able to win their two games at home, I think they should be able to win this series. But on the other hand, I think the slight advantage may be on the side of Florida because they are starting the things at Vegas. They are playing away first, and they could put some pressure on the Golden Knights early on in the T-Mobile Arena because Vegas, they really know that they just need to win those opening two games. That's pretty much the imperative for the Golden Knights, but I think eventually I'm probably picking Vegas Golden Knights to win in 6 games. But I think it will be very tight series, a lot of overtimes probably as well. So we should see. But I'm going with Vegas Golden Knights here in 6 games. But anyways, guys, this has been the preview for the Stanley Cup Final 2023. Hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, please, guys, if you haven't already. We are trying to reach 100 subscribers, so I really appreciate all of your support, guys. I really do, and I will be seeing you in the future videos very soon. So thank you guys again for watching, and yeah, have a good one, and enjoy the Stanley Cup Finals between Vegas Golden Knights and Florida Panthers. Bye, guys.